It must be in the stars tonight because these are back-to-back fucking retards coming out of the woodwork. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am in this case, but so this is in reference to a yuppie getaway skate camp. And people are freaking the fuck out apparently. So this guy just wrote, he said, "This comment is a hate crime towards skaters. Boo this man. A hate crime towards skaters." In other words, what I said was something he disliked and it offended him enough for him to call it a fucking hate crime. Let's just think about a hate crime real fast. It used to mean something that was severe to such a degree that it fucking mattered. It carried a weight. It was important. And it would denote something horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. I talked shit, as people would word it, about a bunch of yuppies who have the money to go to a fucking yuppie camp where people skateboard. And he called it a hate crime. That's how dumb this kid is. It's priceless that we have the same name, unfortunately, but yeah, that's just how it is. Here's the post in question. "Did you know our skate retreat isn't some shit?" I didn't read it quick enough and I apologize. You can read it. Usually I frown on tattoos too and shit like that. Because if you got enough money to be doing all this shit, and you're one of these kids who are like, "Oh, but you should help such and such, and you should do this, and you should do that," maybe you shouldn't be going to a fucking yuppie skate camp. Maybe you shouldn't have a bunch of poisonous ink in your body. Maybe you shouldn't be another yuppie hipster. I mean, what the fuck do I know? You gotta love that it says all genders on here as well. That's very telling of who's running this shit. Stupid people. So I said yuppies. And what else did I leave on here? Let's see. Come on, work. Said it's disappointing people would support something like this. Long ago, people were herded into cities, each of which is an elaborate skate park. Think about it. Just fucking think about it. You don't need to go to a skate park. But yeah. No one needs a monetized elitist getaway as an excuse to skate. This is just another pet peeve of mine, so I left it on here. In other news, whoever posted this, shame on you for not thinking for yourself. That is how I feel about it. So somebody said elitist, in quotes. Then they told me lots of love. We're all working class skateboarders with no corporate backing, but they can afford a fucking camp. It's questionable to me. Either way, maybe have a think before you make assumptions next time. And this comes from Bambi Price. Yeah, this is pointless shit. I realize that. It's just my gripes about this. I just think people should have some fucking priorities. Still, if you think about what I said on here, it does hold water. It does hold water. Yeah. I've had times in my life where I was better off and other times where I've been pretty fucking down and out. It reminds me of a story my grandmother told me about my grandfather. He died when I was very, very young. But one of the points in life where I was struggling in a lot of fucking ways. She told me about my grandfather when he had to suck it up and he couldn't pay the electricity. So he had to walk his ass down to the fucking power company and he had to tell them that he was sorry, but he couldn't pay the bill, but he needed to keep the lights on because my dad had several other siblings and what have you. And of course, my grandmother, his wife, my grandfather's wife, that is. Yeah. I just think about shit like this. I come from a blue collar, background. My parents didn't have a shit ton of money. Things like this are luxurious as fuck. Luxurious as fuck. I've always frowned on snowboarding because it's one of those things. You gotta have a lot of money to be able to do that all the time, and kids who do, well, it's questionable. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure people have a lot of opinions about it. It's a cute idea, but it's absolutely unnecessary. Absolutely fucking unnecessary. Either way. Just a fucking stupid skate post. It just cracks me up. Because apparently I just committed a hate crime on the internet towards skaters. Why not keep this shit show rolling? I wrote these idiots back. Where's the bottommost? So, no, it's this one. Because it's all over the fucking place. Oh no, he already wrote me back. That's why. I gave him the typical canned response. I said, if you're the slowest Muppet in the room and no one is wise to this glaring fact, why open your mouth and remove all doubt? And 60 seconds later, he said, this looks like the coolest place I've seen in 30 years of skating. Well done to the owners. Thanks for offering the place. Okay. he clearly would suck their dicks. So then Bambi Price, I think I already read this to you guys in the last thing. Yeah, I did. So then I wrote them back and I said the word of the day is disparity. A skate camp is as luxurious as it is unnecessary. Perhaps you should open your eyes instead of your mouth. I mean, time, energy, money, etc., etc. Again, this is why I stressed. I mean, every single fucking major city, which most people live in, was the point, is a giant fucking skate park. Instead of having, this, how should I put it? How should I put it? Granted, I frown on skate parks too, but that's just me. I mean, some of them are okay, but I'm not a big fan of it. Maybe it's just me too, because I also just don't like the idea of, I just don't think it's practical. Here's one way to put it. And granted, I usually skate fat fucking wheels, which most people don't like if they do skate parks. The way I picture this is a bunch of soggy wet. Well, then again, some kids who do skate parks, they do some rough and tumble bullshit. Some of it is, I mean, the verts and all that other crap. That shit is pretty fucking spooky. Either way. But when you're skating on your little hard wheels and you come out of there and you can't skate those on the fucking sidewalk, it cracks me up. It just cracks me up. It just makes me laugh. It's impractical. It just clashes with everything that I feel, think, and am.